still don't really know what it is though. Bread dipped in whipped egg and then it's fried. I still don't really know what it is though. It's eggy bread. Oh, eggy bread.
Oh, eggy bread.
Bread dipped in whipped egg and then it's fried. And then it's fried. It's poutine. Oh, poutine. Welcome to the madness. How are you?
Hope you're doing well.
Everyone, follow me. I don't know what I'm doing. This is jam. This is jam. Jam is jam. Oh my god. This is what I call jelly. Jelly is amazing. This is
Jam.
This is jam. What is happening? I don't want this jam thing to become another flapjacks pancakes deal. This is jam. What is going on in this chat? This is jam. This is jam. What is going on? This is jam. Who made this poll?
So chat is, they're a little bit sneaky.
What's happening?
Chat wanted to get you a little gift. Can we get some hype in the chat?
We got some hype. Oh my god.
Look at these skizzers. Don't trust your own pair of scissors.
Oh my god! Oh, it's a Switch! Oh, it's a Stream Deck! Oh, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Thank you. You're amazing. Really, thank you so much. I don't know how to react. I was not expecting this.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you. Da, 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 da. Oh! Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh! Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I would love to try eggy bread. I've heard that it's really nice, but I've never tried it. I would love to try eggy bread. I still don't really know what it is though. Bread dipped in whipped egg and then it's fried. I still don't really know what it is though. It's eggy bread. Oh, eggy bread.
Oh, eggy bread.
Bread dipped in whipped egg and then it's fried. And then it's fried. It's poutine. Oh, poutine. Welcome to the madness. How are you?
Hope you're doing well.
Everyone, follow me. I don't know what I'm doing. This is jam. This is jam. Jam is jam. Oh my god. This is what I call jelly. Jelly is amazing. This is
Jam.
This is jam. What is happening? I don't want this jam thing to become another flapjacks pancakes deal. This is jam. What is going on in this chat? This is jam. This is jam. What is going on? This is jam. Who made this poll?
So chat is, they're a little bit sneaky.
What's happening?
Chat wanted to get you a little gift. Can we get some hype in the chat?
We got some hype! Oh my god! Look at these skizzers.
Don't trust your own repairs.
Oh my god! It's a Switch! Oh, it's a Stream Deck! Oh, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Thank you. You're amazing. Really, thank you so much. I don't know how to react. I was not expecting this.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you. Da, 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 da. Oh! Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh! Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. I would love to try eggy bread. I've heard that it's really nice, but I've never tried it. I would love to try eggy bread. I still don't really know what it is though. Bread dipped in whisk, egg, and then it's fried. I still don't really know what it is though. It's eggy bread. Oh, eggy bread.
Oh, eggy bread.
Bread dipped in whisk, egg, and then it's fried. And then it's fried. It's poutine. Oh, poutine. Welcome to the madness. How are you?
Hope you're doing well.
Everyone, follow me. I don't know what I'm doing. This is jam. This is jam. Jam is jam. Oh my god. This is what I call jelly. Jelly is amazing. This is
Jam.
This is jam. What is happening? I don't want this jam thing to become another flapjacks pancakes deal. This is jam. What is going on in this chat? This is jam. This is jam. What is going on? This is jam. Who made this poll?
So chat is, they're a little bit sneaky.
What's happening?
Chat wanted to get you a little gift. Can we get some hype in the chat?
We got some hype! Oh my god! Look at these skizzers.
Don't trust your own repairs.
Oh my god! Oh, it's a Switch! Oh, it's a Stream Deck! Oh, I'm speechless. I don't know what to say. Thank you. You're amazing. Really, thank you so much. I don't know how to react. I was not expecting this.
You're doing a great job.
Oh, thank you. Da, 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 da. Oh! Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Oh! Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Da, 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 da. Hey, welcome in. How is everybody doing? Welcome, 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 welcome. Congrats on first ferret. Woo! I'm
the belle
of the boldest star of the show. Yeah, I'm the type of ferret every ferret should know. My little ferret, my little ferret. Playing Parcel Force. Playing Puzzle Agent 2 today. I noticed after Wednesday's stream that there's actually a sequel, and not only that, but it was like 70% off on CD keys, so I only got it for like £1. So I was like, oh, nice, let's do that then. Parcel Force, the FedEx versus DHL shooter of the century. Parcel Force, you've probably not heard of them in the US, but they are a UK that's not like the UK equivalent of like FedEx, sort of, or well, they're like, we're having problems. I can't really get into it much, but we're having serious problems with them, me and Ixion at the minute. which is why I called Puzzle Agent Parcel Force, because they're on like the forefront of my mind constantly. All delivery services sucks. Makes sense, yeah. This is the third day in a row that they were supposed to deliver, but they haven't. And they've given like a time slot and everything, and they just never showed up yesterday. And the day before that, they said they showed up, but they didn't. And we know they didn't. Oh, anyway, it's just the whole freaking thing. It's just driving me freaking crazy. Let's get this game loaded up. This gets me. I'm so triggered by them. Oh no! I just realised the last time when I loaded Puzzle Agent 1, it caused OBS to crash when it was like switching resolutions and stuff. But it might be okay. I don't think it seems to have done that this time, thank God. Jordan Rage activated. Yeah. Oh, change scene. Puzzle Agent 2! Let's do it! I'm guessing for what? Where the fuck is everyone? Wake up, sheeple. I think everyone is just so used to me being late at this point. It's like, well, it's not as if it's going to start before 3 or 10 for you. Play game. New game. Play. Oh wait, is the game loud? I probably should have checked.
Nelson Tethers, Department of Puzzle Research. Just arrived in Scoggins, Minnesota. There's a weird man staring at me. Some kind of thing going on at the local eraser factory. Locals report hearing whispers. Snow must be playing tricks on my eyes. For a second, I thought I saw...
Oh, straight into the puzzles, I see. I didn't go shopping last weekend, so today is crisps for breakfast. Nice! Crisps for breakfast! Woo! You called them crisps! Yeah! Unless crisps means something else in the US. Okay, so this follows on directly from the last game, and from what I can tell, it concludes the story. I think I couldn't find like an answer one way or the other, because apparently there was meant to be 5 games originally, but the final 3 games were cancelled. But some people said that this game still concludes the story anyway, and so I don't know. We'll see. I hope so. I code switched for you. Thank you. I appreciate it. If you'd have said chips for breakfast, my brain would have immediately thought you were having fries. Can Nelson see the unique details of the moon? Rotate the rings of the scope until each ring is locked in place and each column of symbols contains no duplicates. Oh my god. Wait, hang on. Rotate the rings of the scope until each ring is locked in place and each column of symbols contains no duplicates. What does it mean until it's locked in place? Oh, I see. Okay. So the green thing, these green bits, lock on these like triangular bits. And we've got to find a combination where all 3 of them are locked and there are no duplications. Let's have a look. Nope, that doesn't work. Nope, that doesn't work. Okay, that's different. That's different. That's different. That's different. That's different. Okay, so the outer 2 are all different. That doesn't work. That doesn't work. Oops. Nope. Because there's a duplicate on that line. Yay! I did it! Okay. Submit. I mean, assuming that's what that means. Submit. Woohoo! This puzzle finished. We're off to a good start. Okay.
Eraser Factory is back open, even though Foreman Isaac Davner remains missing. The Bureau's marking this case officially closed.
Very suspicious.
Ingram?
Oh, hiya, Nelson. Thought you'd left for the night.
How are things going in vegetable crimes?
The guys in leafy greens are pretty busy, but you know how dull it is in roots and tubers. We haven't had a real case since the Taro murders back in '76. What I wouldn't give to see some field action like you did. Puzzle division. Wow!
My headphones are driving me absolutely freaking crazy. The left ear of my headphones, like, it's like not working properly. But instead of just being like permanently off or permanently on, it like, I don't know how to explain. It's sort of like, it's like in a constant state of being both off and on at the same time. So I could just hear it like crackling and buzzing, and like audio will sometimes happen and sometimes not, and it's really annoying. Not vegetable crimes, no! Wait, didn't I already ask him that? Vegetable crimes?
Puzzle division isn't that exciting.
Come on, Nelson. You were out of the office a whole week.
Oh, I guess I didn't.
Are you looking through the Scoggins file?
I sure am. Oh, I hope you don't mind. It's just, I'm kind of a fan. You didn't just reopen some eraser factory. You completely cracked that case like it was some first-timer's letter substitution puzzle.
Yeah, crack that case wide open.
Did we though? Did we?
So, what are you doing in my office?
Check it out! I just solved the latest from Japanese puzzle master Hanji Monosaki. It's rated 4 dragons. Looks like you've got some competition in the puzzle-solving department.
Yeah, about that.
Can you solve this 4-dragon puzzle designed by puzzle master Hanji Monosaki? What is the next number in this sequence? 11, 12, 1, 2. I don't know. Hang on, let's read it again. What is the next number? Yeah, what is the next number? 11, 12, 1, 2. Is it going down by 10? So is it minus 1? No, it can't be minus 1. I can't do minus 1. 0? Maybe? $11, 12, 1, 2. This is only the second puzzle. How can this be this hard? I don't understand. 11, 12, 1, 2. What comes next? Is it 11 again? First game, fucking easy. Second game, fuck you. I know, right? 11, 12, 1, 2. If it was 1, 2, 11, 12, I might say it was 111 next. But going this way, I just have no idea. Same. Like the only logical answer I can come up with is minus 1. Because it's going back down by 10. Right? Not minus 1. Yeah, minus 1. Wait, minus 1? Minus 11? I'm even questioning that now. Regardless, it doesn't matter because you can't go into negatives. Come time. Maybe. Oh my god. Should we? We might have to. Frick it, let's do it. Hints available, let's do it. The pattern seems to be resetting after hitting 12. The pattern seems to be resetting after hitting 12. How could you possibly tell that? 3. Maybe it's counting to 12 and then just starting from the beginning each time. See, it's just counted up 12. Yeah, maybe. You know what? Let's try it. It's as good a guess as any. Yes! Oh my god. Woo! I don't know about that puzzle. That just seems really weird. I'm not sure how I would expect somebody to know that the puzzle is resetting at 12. I guess we were just overthinking it. Yeah. Well, it's fine now.
Nice try, Jim, but you see here.
What?
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
Don't worry, you almost... Hey, Jim, if you like puzzles, maybe you could do me a huge favor. I'm gonna be taking some time off, and I've still got all these tapes from the Scoggins case.
You want me to log them into evidence? These tapes must have all the puzzles.
Thanks, Jim, and I'll probably be recording more notes while I'm away.
No problem. Just mail them back to me and I'll file them through Vegetable Crimes.
Thanks for the help, Jim.
Vegetable crimes.
Yeah, Nelson. Have a good trip to wherever.
The Bureau's marking this case officially closed, but I can't leave it like this. The factory foreman is still missing, and there has to be some rational explanation for all the things I've seen. It's going to take all my vacation time. I won't be able to relax until I've found Isaac Downer and gotten to the bottom of this case. The only way to do that is to go back to Scoggins, Minnesota.
Way back. When you first read it, my reaction was 3 because you said 1, 2. Should have gone with it. I can understand why you wouldn't though, because it just seems like too easy. You know?
I'm finally back in Scoggins.
Bob, welcome in. How are you?
The place is a lot quieter at night.
Hey, Bob.
I don't
Hey,
see any of the
Bob.
familiar townspeople. I'm going to check into Valda's Inn and get a fresh start on the case in the morning.
I see gum on the window. Welcome in! I almost said welcome back because of the achievement. Welcome in! Bob, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Okay, gum. 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 Ooh, gum. Gum. Oh, more gum. I don't see any more gum. Okay. Pretty good, yeah, I'm glad. Wait, did I already ask that? Am I getting myself all confused?
Oh my, Mr. Agent Tethers.
Oh, more gum. More gum. It's a little bit annoying that it always seems to like count every other piece of gum that I pick up. Or maybe it's because I'm picking it up too quickly. Okay. Hello, Martha! I'm back!
Good evening, Mrs. Garrett.
Oh dear. I mean, good evening, Agent Tethers. I didn't expect to see the FBI back here in town. Not now that the eraser factory's back up and running.
This is just a personal trip. has anyone heard from the factory foreman, Isaac Davner?
What? Who? Oh, no. I mean, I don't recall anyone with that name.
What? Okay.
I never did get to try your famous hot dish.
Ooh, well, have a seat and I can whip up. I mean, we're all out. No, sir, not a scrap of it anywhere. Can't make any hot dish for the guests just come in from the cold.
Oh, that's disappointing.
Yeah.
Why is she acting so suspicious? Like, she wasn't suspicious the last time we came.
I suppose the factory's still running with no problems?
Oh, yeah. Our plant supplies the White House with all of its erasers, don't you know?
Yes, ma'am. It's a national treasure.
And you helped us
It
get
is?
to the bottom of that nasty incident like a real town hero.
Well, it was no...
Which is why it's so unusual that you'd be back in town again.
Do you know where I can get some chewing gum?
Gum? Oh my, no. You won't find a stick of it anywhere in town. Not until spring at the earliest, and maybe not even then.
Why do you say that?
There have been rumblings in the town council trying to ban it within city limits.
But gum's the only thing that helps me concentrate.
Yeah, it's all part of the new Keep Scoggins Beautiful campaign. It's just a darn shame. You can see pieces stuck to walls and trees everywhere you look.
I'll be on the lookout for it.
Oh. Who the fuck wants to go back to Minnesota? Is Minnesota really that bad?
Could I get the same room I had last time?
Oh no, oh dear, this is terrible. We're completely booked up, I'm afraid. No vacancies.
No vacancies? In Scoggins?
Oh yeah, lots of, tourists. Here for the snow and, erasers. Look, you can see here for yourself.
It's a beautiful state, but very middle of nowhere. Oh, okay. Tourists. Martha claims she has booked all of the rooms in the inn. Can you figure out room assignments that will satisfy everybody's requests and spare a room for Nelson to stay in? Good one, Martha. She's lying! There are 6 rooms in the inn, 3 on each floor. The guest requests are... Mr. Maxwell insisted he stay on the floor above LaRue. Miss Dimpleton will not stay on a floor with more men than women. Mr. Blesson and Mr. Carlson always get rooms on the same floor. Okay. I've been to Minnesota once, I think. Maybe it was Wisconsin. Wisconsin. Yeah, I think I'm saying that right. Okay, so there are 6 rooms, 3 on each floor. Mr. Maxwell has to be on the 2nd floor. If there's 3 on each floor, there's only 2 floors, right? Let's have a look. Okay, so I've already forgotten his name. Mr. Maxwell has to be on the top floor. Which means Miss LaRue has to be on the bottom floor. Miss Dimpleton will not stay on the floor with more men than women. And Mr. Blesson and Mr. Coleman always get rooms on the same floor. Blesson, Coleman, Dimpleton, and I can stay there. Did it say anything about Dimpleton? Miss Dimpleton will not stay on the floor with more men than women. Mr. Blessing and Miss Cosson always get rooms next to each other. Yeah, I think this is right. Looks right to me, yeah. Submit! Yay! Woohoo! Easy peasy! The puzzle before this was that horrible number one. Okay.
It looks like there's a room available.
Well, isn't this embarrassing? Ah, that room is being fumigated. Ghosts.
Ghosts?
No, not ghosts. The other thing.
Bed bugs?
Oh, heavens, no. Of course it's not bed bugs. It's, painters.
The room's being fumigated for painters?
Don't be silly, Agent Tethers. I mean to say the room's being painted. I'm sorry, but you'll just have to look somewhere else.
But it's freezing, and this is the only hotel in...
Yeah, no vacancies. You'll just have to go outside.
Ghosts. Lousy painters investing in the room. God, I hate painters. Just arrest her. Game over. She's definitely being suspicious. And for someone who is an FBI agent, it's kind of like surprising how little power he seems to have over anybody. Can I go through this door maybe? No. Oh, it's a gum. I did. What the? But I can examine the fireplace? Boiler?
Stove still working fine, Miss
Stove,
Garrett?
that's it.
Good, then I just won't go anywhere near it ever again.
Okay, I guess I have to go. That's the only thing that left for me to do.
Scoggins hasn't wasted any time making me feel unsettled and unwelcome. Tried to check into the hotel, only to be told there were no vacancies. Unless the town's become a tourist hotspot, the innkeeper is trying to hide something.
Uh-oh.
Just heard something from the alley behind the hotel. The alley where I saw one of those creatures. I'm going to investigate.
You know, I've got a feeling, now I don't know if this is true or not, as this isn't a spoiler, but I suspect that Isaac has been like somehow turned into one of those little creatures. And that I don't know why I think that. That's what I think though.
Oh, it's just the door.
Oh my god. What the frick? Wait, what? What's happening? Why have we got a room all of a sudden?
The noises in the alley turned out to be nothing more sinister than a back door to a warm room for the night. There has to be a reason Mrs. Garrett doesn't want anyone to know I'm staying here. But that is a mystery for tomorrow.
Okay, so Martha is fine with us being in the hotel, but there is someone that doesn't want us here. So she's she feels like threatened by someone or something like that. She's happy letting us stay here as long as whoever this person is doesn't know. Right, any gum or anything? She probably moved the body. Well, that's possible as well. I did not see a gum up there, but okay.
I wonder if I could sneak this painting out in my carry-on luggage.
Why would you want it? Okay, puzzle time.
Ah, a hidden people lamp to stare at me all night while I sleep. Comforting.
Help trace a sighting of the hidden people by arranging these photos in order? What? Wait, what? What's this got to do with the lamp? In order. In order. I think that's correct. I think this might be right. In this photo, there's only the footprints of the hidden one, the hidden person. Then in this photo, there's more footprints. Then this one, yeah, I think this is right. This is, what the fuck, man? This is easy. Wait. This is easy. No, I'm confused. There are more footprints in 3. The footprints in 3 belong to these 2. Because if you look, the hidden person there, I think they're just like continuing to walk on. So by the time this photo's been made, the hidden person's like walked that way, so the footprints are going all the way across. So this one, it's the same. So yeah, I think this is right. Submit. Woohoo! Yay! Easy! Easy!
Well, that wasn't so hard.
Okay, I guess I'm going to bed.
It's clear now that the mysteries of Scoggins go deeper than the incident at the eraser factory. And I'm convinced I made the right choice to come back. Assuming, of course, I make it through the night.
Why would you just assume that you won't? This is more funny to me than anything else. I think Davner does not exist. Discover the secret message by placing the names of Scoggins' missing residents in the order they disappear, starting from the first to go missing. There are other missing residents? What's going on here, man? I don't know. Wait, what the fuck is this? What the hell is this? Wait, I got it. Discover the secret message by placing the names of Scoggins' missing residents in the order that they had disappeared, starting from the first to go missing.
It's no good. Someone knows I'm in town.
Wait, what?
Because I've just received a note. Isaac Davner does not exist. I won't have any idea what that means until
game?
I've gotten enough info on the other side. My first priority tomorrow is to take this note into town and
What?
find out what these names have in common.
What? Wait, what? Did I just skip the puzzle? What? I don't understand. He got to this plus skip the puzzle. Well, there you go. I successfully performed the puzzle skip. Next it'll be to speedrun the game using my new strategy of puzzle skipping. Is it like even in the like list of? Yeah, it's there, but not like now that I have the missing persons file from the sheriff, I could decipher this note. It's sort of like it thinks that I've done it, even though I haven't. Okay then. Oops. The tippity toppist agent. The gun keeps getting like replenished. It's very strange. You can solve a puzzle in 5 seconds. I thought that was going to be a difficult one as well. I'm almost a little disappointed that I skipped it. You can solve a puzzle without even solving a puzzle. Yeah.
Stupid flyers. Crash of a black moon.
Excuse me. Daryl, was it?
Hang on, Hey, you're that FBI guy.
Special Agent Tethers, Puzzle Research Division.
Yeah, well, I've got a missing person case for you guys to solve.
The factory foreman?
That's old news. I'm talking about my brother Daryl.
Daryl's missing now? They go at you on every case. My ability to just look at a puzzle and be like, meh! Frick it, I don't feel like it. Moving on.
Could you tell me more about your brother's disappearance?
We were out past Sesame Woods a couple of days ago. Daryl split off on his own because he said we were in Barrel Oak country.
Barrel Oak?
Oh, they're real. Don't doubt it.
And he was scared of them.
Scared? Nah, he went hunting for him. Haven't seen him since.
Queen! Congrats on getting third. Welcome in. How are you? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well.
Have you seen or heard from Isaac Davner since I left?
Who?
The foreman of the eraser factory. He went missing after the factory shut down.
Oh yeah, him. Yeah, figures. People here go missing all the time.
I'm not feeling too well, to be honest. Oh no, Queen, I'm sorry. Oh no. Wait, are you hungover? Are you hungover? Oh, do you want a British hug? Cause no comment. I guessed it right. Oh, I hope you feel better soon. I'm sorry. I don't know why. I don't know why I was clapping. It's like, yeah, I got it right. I know why Queen is ill. Woo! A British hug. A British hugs all around.
Is there anything else you can tell me about Daryl?
He's allergic to walnuts. What do you want to know? Not much to it, Mr. FBI. He went missing out past Sesame Woods, and somebody needs to go look for him.
Oh, I hope you feel better soon, Queen.
Do you know anything about the hidden people?
The hidden
Great.
people?
My brother goes missing, and the FBI comes to ask me about forest gnomes.
You don't believe in them?
You should have come here earlier, when I was 4 years old, and listened to bedtime stories.
Got
Where
another
have you been
puzzle?
putting up those flyers?
I've been getting permission first. It's legal.
Need any help?
Sure, federal tax dollars should work.
Daryl is passing out flyers in the neighborhood, but the flyer bandit is at large and will steal them. Figure out where to place the stacks to ensure 50 flyers reach the end of the path. Oh god, it's just this one but with the... So it's like the fish puzzle from the last time, but with flyers. Each person will pick up one paper. At a fork in the road, half will take the left path. What? Why are the flyers taking paths? The bandit will steal the flyers from anyone who passes by him. The bandit is at one of the 3 locations of the question map, but nobody knows which one. Ensure 50 flyers reach the end of the path. Oh god. Well, if you put that one there, oh, it actually tells you 12 are guaranteed to come out through that path, but the 12 might be stolen there. Put like the low figures in the areas where there's a chance of them getting stolen. I mean, this is more of a guess than anything else. So does any of this add to 50? 50 flyers have to pass, which means for this to work, it has to, all of them bar one have to add up to 50, right? So 11 plus 16 is 27. $17, $30. Wait, no, this is 17, 20, 7, 17. So that's 44. Now if you add 4 on to it, that's 48. And if you have 14 on it, that's too much. Does it have to be at least 50, or does it have to be exactly 50? So, sure, 55 reach the ends of the path. So it's probably like the fish one where it has to be exactly 50. Which means in this scenario, depending on which one goes, either too many is getting through or not enough. If we swap those two around, 17. Oh, that's the same. That's the same problem. Maybe we need to actually like remove the bigger numbers. Oh my god, this is so complicated. 512 is 18. 17 even. I don't know. This puzzle is annoying. This puzzle is confusing. This is so confusing. I'm not good with numbers. I can't like add numbers together like instantly. What are we doing? I missed the rules. We need to... Oh yeah, this... It's like the fish puzzle from the first game. So it's sort of like the fish moment. Yeah. So we've got to make it so that 50 flyers reach the end of the path. And each person will pick up one paper. At a fork in the road, half will take the left path. The bandit will steal the flyers from anyone who passes by him. The bandit is at one of the 3 locations marked with a question mark, but nobody knows which one. So one of these 3 is where the bandit is, but we don't know which one. Would the red boxes have to be even to allow an even split? The fish did. Or even before the split? Maybe, so it doesn't matter. I think, yeah, I think you might be onto something. We've got to like do it in a way so that it doesn't matter where the thief is, the outcome is the same. So if we just like, maybe if we just like move these around until all the 3 red ones are the same number. Could be here all day. I've got an 11 and 11. No, but I have to move that one though to... Is there any way to turn that into... Oh no, I've already messed this up. I think we always have even numbers to start anyway. This is really complicated. Like that way, like most of them end up going missing. Half of them go left. So any that you put here, every single one of the flyers is potentially going to go missing. And this is the only one that's like that. I don't think putting the 24 there is the right call. I'll be honest, this one is really difficult for me. I'm having a hard time even beginning to figure out how this works. You have to make it work when any of the red ones are the thief. So add up all the blues and 2 of the reds. If it's not 50, you've messed up. And do the same thing with excluding a different red. You have to make it work when any of the red ones are the thief. So add up all the blues and 2 of the reds. If it's not 50, you've messed up. Then do the same with excluding a different red. Oh, I see what you mean. I see what you mean. So no matter what I do, so in this case scenario, for this to work, 12, 15, 9 and 15 would have to add up to 50. 12, 15, 15 and 11 would have to add up to 50. And yeah. So right now, so something ain't right. I wish they showed both the half and full totals for the red box. Yeah. Okay. I get where you're coming from, Barrett. So something isn't right. I need a calculator. Hang on a second. Calculator, save me! Right, okay, so on this one we have 4 plus 7 plus 17 plus 23, which is 51. So that doesn't work. Actually, no. It doesn't matter if one of them is wrong, as long as at least 3 of them add up to. As long as at least 2 of the combinations add up to 50, it should be fine. Oh. No, hang on. No. No, all 3 of them have to add up to 50 to account for the fact that the thief could be anywhere. So that isn't right. So let's try that. So 11 plus 14 plus 17 plus 16 equals 58. That's way too much. That's way too much. Right, what's this? Oh God. 11 plus 14 plus 9 plus 16 equals 50. Oh, okay. 11 plus 9 plus 16 plus 12 equals 48. What about 11 plus 14 plus 16 plus 12? 53. So one of those combinations work. So if the thief is here, this combination works. Should I take a gamble? It's a gamble, you know it doesn't work. But if the thief is here though, it has to for every situation. But if the thief is here though, then it doesn't matter, right? Unless the game is going to check every single one regardless. There is no if the thief is here, you have to make it work if the thief is anywhere. Yeah, it's gonna check all possibilities. Okay. Damn it! Damn it! Okay, so there's no way to just like get lucky. So these 4 add up to 50. How could I change it so that these 4 still add up to 50. But does the other combinations do as well? Well, there's plenty of ways to get lucky, but it doesn't help the puzzle. I'm up all night to the sun. I'm up all night to get some. I'm up all night for good fun. I'm up all night to get lucky. It doesn't work with the 14 excluded, right? No, it doesn't. So I think that means we need to take some of the 14 and move it right. Okay. So if we move the 6, it might not help the puzzle, but it could be a nice distraction. Okay, how does this look? 22 plus, oh no wait, I'm adding the wrong thing. 11 plus 12 plus 11 plus 16. That's still 50! Okay, that's still 50. 11 plus 12 plus 16 plus 12 equals... Oh, that's 51. Damn it. Wait, no, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. Hang on. Oh yeah. Here there's 2 11s, but if we do it this way, there's 2 12s. At least 50, isn't it? Oh, I thought it had to be exactly 50. If it's at least 50, I thought it was 50 exactly. It's not clear though. No, it's not. It's not clear. 11. They just say in short 50. Yeah, they do. I was under the impression that it had to be exactly 50. That means at least 50 to... That means at least to me. Okay. We need 50, so 51 means we have 50. Okay. Okay. We're gonna go with your... We're gonna go with what you think, Ferret. We're gonna go with it being at least 50. Let's see what happens. Submit. No! It crossed out the last one! Did you see? Rejected. Damn it. Ag! That one got crossed off. So the thief is there. Not that it really matters. But yeah, it is exactly 50. It is exactly 50. Fuck this game. So, to make it exactly 50, but we're really close to the hint it gave us, all the reds are almost equal. Yes, they are. So, all 3 of these have to be like 12 then. Or 11. No, all 3 of them would have to be 12. In this scenario, can we just print one more flyer, please? Just one more flyer, please. Can Nelson just run down this path with an extra flyer himself? Oh, God. This is harder than any other puzzle from the last game. Can people just not steal? Thanks. Well, that as well. That as well. Okay, what if... But I swapped these two around, didn't I? To get to where I was. Hang on. I'm adding this up. 11 plus 12 plus 12 plus 15 equals 50. Okay. I think this is right. I think I did it by accident. My throbbing head is going to be zero help, so I'm just along for the ride. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. I hope you feel better soon. Make sure to drink plenty of like water and stuff, because hangovers are actually like, it's actually like dehydration. So like drinking like lots of water should help. Submit! Yay! That was more luck than anything else. Easy fix, take a shot of whiskey. I drank the water per drink and a Gatorade Zero before bed. Oh.
There you go. That should get everybody in town on the lookout for Daryl.
I doubt it in this town. People disappear all the time in Scoggins. Nobody even notices anymore.
There have been other missing people?
Plenty others. Even that researcher over at the campground had his buddy go missing just last week.
Do you know where I could...
He's got a trailer at the Wallows campground. Name's Alfred, something or other. Have fun, Mr. FBI. Try looking for my brother while you're at it.
It sounds like Isaac Davner's just one of many missing people around Scoggins. The cases might all be related. I'm heading to the Wallows to ask a researcher there about his missing friend. And look for Daryl's brother, of course.
I'm not sure why you're hungover then. It sounds to me like you should be like plenty hydrated. Maybe I just don't understand what hangover is. Let's go. Wait, where am I going? Campgrounds. I don't think I ever had a hangover. That's so bad. I'm just being a baby. I've only ever had a hangover once. I'm such a lightweight. I'd die if I drank enough to get a hangover. I've only ever had a hangover once in my entire life. And I remember walking into town with the hangover. Because Ixion, with Ixion, to get, what did we get? Did we get like a Greg's or a McDonald's or something? Because apparently like greasy food can help with a hangover, apparently. I don't know, but it seemed to work. Gum! Gum. But I'm a lightweight as well. I'm a lightweight. Like there was this one time I was in like, it was a long time ago. I think I was like 18 years old, and I was in a bar with my friend, and she was drinking a beer, and she had a pint, and she drank like half of it, and then she was like, I don't want any more of this. Do you want to finish it off? And I was like, okay, sure. And this was like one of the first times I'd ever had alcohol, so I finished it off. It made me really drunk. And then I met Ixion for his lunch break, and we went to H&B, and I remember just like skipping around H&B drunk. Oh my god, it was a mess. Anyway,
That fire pit hasn't been used since the last thaw, assuming this place ever thaws. Excuse me, sir. I'm looking for a researcher.
You found one.
I'm Special Agent Tethers with the FBI Puzzle Research Division, Dr.
Versteckt. But that's my father's name. Call me Alfred. I'm doing anthropological research here in Scoggins. I'm a student of mankind.
HMV, like the record store. Yes! 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 We were just, we were just like looking around. And I was I was just skipping down the aisles looking at all like I like CDs, I guess, or whatever. There was I can't remember what I was looking at specifically. I just remember skipping down all the aisles. I loved H&B. Same. I haven't been to H&B in years. It's been years since I last went to a H&B. Or his master's voice. If anyone is curious what H&B stands for, it stands for his master's voice. Because the logo used to be like a gramophone with a dog next to it. It's very strange. What? Seriously? What? Yeah, seriously. His master's voice is what H&B stands for. It's like it's supposed to be like the dog is listening to his master's voice in the gramophone, and like the gramophone is like a recording of his master's voice. Oh, true. I remember seeing that. Yeah. Missing friend?
Someone in town said your friend had gone missing?
Friend? Oh, yes, they must be talking about my graduate student, Will Medlock. Very bright young man. Disappeared, when was that? 2 months ago?
That was before the incident at the eraser factory. But no one mentioned it before.
Can't say I'm surprised. Local law enforcement was no help.
Yes, I've met the local law enforcement.
People here are more interested in puzzles than missing people.
It's like a weird play on our store, FYE, for your entertainment. Do you not have HMV in the US? I thought you did. I thought HMV was like an international thing. For the longest time, until someone told me that it stood for his master's voice, I, for ages, for the longest time, thought it stood for Her Majesty's voice. Which would have been a very British name. And HMV in Canada, they closed them all though. Yeah, I think there are still some open. Are there? No, maybe they're not. They do have an online presence in the UK though. There is still an online HMV in the UK. But I've not used them in a long time.
Is there anything else you can tell me about this missing grad student, Will?
Well, now that I think about it, I wonder if spending time in Scoggins was starting to have an effect on him.
How do you mean?
He became unfocused. He talked about nightmares and whispers. I didn't think much of it at the time. He walked away in the middle of one of my discussions about the transformative power of myth and legend. I thought he was just bored, but I never saw him again.
But yeah, I miss HMV. I used to love just walking around HMV and just looking at all like the new releases, like the new like DVDs, the new CDs, the new video games. Oh, those were the days. Back when I was a teenager.
What is an anthropologist doing in Scoggins, Minnesota?
Same thing an anthropologist does anywhere else. I'm studying people.
The people of Scoggins? Is there enough to study?
Oh my, yes. The shared reality made by the people and their folklore. I've been here for years, and I've just barely scratched the surface. Don't you get the sense that this is a town on the cusp of something big? Their folklore, their fascination with puzzles. It's as if the energy of thought is being transformed into solving one of the great problems of our age.
How long have you been here in Scoggins?
Let's see, about 15 years? I'm on my 8th government grant.
Do you know anything about the missing factory foreman, Isaac Davner?
Ah, yes. Fascinating story, that. A real suburban myth in the making. To the people of Scoggins, he's the archetype of the martyr, the ritual sacrifice made as an attempt to assert control over capricious nature.
What?
Wait a second. Davner's not a myth. He's a real person. I've met him.
Myths are real, Agent Tethers. We're all characters playing roles. The hero in a quest for truth. The wise, mysterious sage who serves as his guide.
Wise. Right.
Hidden people?
You must know something about the local stories about gnomes?
The hidden people? Well, of course. They're the ones who brought me here in the first place. I'm studying the myth and worship of the hidden people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, then you've dealt with that cult, the Brotherhood of Scoggins.
Oh my, yes. Frightfully mad, all of them. Be careful, Agent Tethers. Their devotion to the hidden people makes them extremely driven and extremely dangerous.
Thanks for your time, Alfred. If you hear any more about Isaac Davner or your missing friend, please let me know.
I've just spoken with a mild-mannered but extremely driven agent from the FBI. He was looking for information about the hidden people and the rash of disappearances in the area, including young Wills. Of course, if he's investigating a missing persons case, he'd best talk to Sheriff Bogg. The sheriff may not be helpful, but he is the one man in town with information about all the missing residents.
What he said.
The seats of this train are about 5 centimeters lower than all the other ones. It threw me off. I got a sense of falling when I sat down. Oh no, Queen! Okay, back to wherever it is I'm going. Speaking of like shops and places that are like in the US and stuff, me and Ixion, we're getting Wendy's tonight for the first time ever. We're finally gonna try Wendy's. I'm so excited. Ooh, we had Wendy's last night. No, we had it for lunch. Yummy! Pancakes wanted sushi for dinner. Oh, I haven't had sushi in ages.
I'm finally
Yay,
desperate enough
Wendy's.
to visit Sheriff Boggs' office, but he's already working against me. A note on the door says, "Out to grab a bite." If I want any answers, I'll have to head to the Moose Ear Diner.
I already know what I'm getting. I don't even want to think about having to eat. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. I already know what I'm getting based off of like recommendations that Nyx has given me in the Discord. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get assuming that they're on the UK menu, I don't know. I'm pretty sure I'm going to get a Dave meal, I think is what Nyx called it. Chicken nuggets, because she really wanted me to try the chicken nuggets, and a Frosty because Bird really wanted me to try a Frosty. So it's gonna be a big meal. Good job I haven't eaten yet today. Well, yeah, that's just the name of their burger meal. A Dave meal. That is so funny to me. A Dave meal. Dave single.
A note on the door says, "Out to grab a bite." If I want any answers, I'll have to head to the Moose Ear Diner.
It's not Dave meal though. Don't say that. Okay. The Wendy's nugget dipping sauces are good. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I really hope. I've sort of like. I've like built Wendy's up in my head to be like something like so amazing, because people in the US really seem to love them, and considering that people in the US seem to be a lot more particular about their food, because like they seem to hate McDonald's, but I think McDonald's is good. For example, Moose Ear Diner, they're my favorite fast food burger. Oops, no, that's what I want to do. Moose Ear Diner. I like Burger King's chicken sandwich more nowadays though. Oh yes, chicken fish. Oh yes, and Nyx suggested to not get the fish sandwich. Don't get the fish. I was told not to get the fish, so I'm not going to get the fish. Hey Nyx, how are you? How are you? How are you? Congrats on getting second, Nyx.
MPNYX is second.
Good morning. I'm sorry I'm late. I just woke up. No need to apologize. Thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. How are you? The thirdest second ever. How are you, Nyx? I hope you're doing well. I was just saying how me and Ixion are getting Wendy's tonight, and I'm gonna take your recommendations, Nyx. I'm planning to get a Dave. I've been told not to call it a meal. I'm just gonna call it a Dave. I've been told to get a Dave. I'm gonna get a Dave, chicken nuggets, and a Frosty. That's what I decided that I'm gonna do. To the stream, Nyx. Hope you're having a good day. Thank you for being here. Oh my god, no, I said don't call it a Dave meal. It's a hamburger or a cheeseburger. They just list it as Dave single, Dave double on the menu. Oh, okay. And triple. One Dave, please. Can I have a Dave, please? Just one Dave. I hope Nick's husband isn't listening on this conversation. He'll be like, what the frick? why is he asking for a Dave? Yes, please on it like that and record it. It's a do great on TikTok. One Dave, please. Can I have a Dave? One Dave, please. Does it come with Dave sauce? Okay, who should I talk to?
The place just isn't the same without the Daryls, boxing up insects and being generally annoying.
Let's talk to this guy, Steve.
Equal distribution of weight between birds. 12 votes to title compensation survey. The Whispers.
Oh. Hi, Steve.
You're that FBI agent. Grapples?
Tethers.
God, I should have made some of my messages came through. Oh no, Queen! Rip me, I died. Dead. I'm dead. That's the good thing. That's the good thing about having chat on screen. You can tell when your chat, when your message hasn't made it to Twitch. Because otherwise you just can't tell. I also just got up recently and I'm dead, but it's my own fault. Everyone is just dead. Everyone's dead today. Nothing to see here, everyone dead. Missing persons.
Have you seen Isaac Davner around town?
Davner? The old eraser factory foreman? Oh, nobody's seen him since the incident.
Did you have many British hugs last night?
There seem to be a lot of missing persons cases around Scoggins.
Yeah, stuff happens.
Did you know any of the missing people?
I don't talk to a lot of people in town. Just here for business.
Really? Did your husband give him a British hug? That's amazing.
What can you tell me about the hidden people?
I'm not into that anymore. The market dropped out on gnome figurines.
No, I mean real ones.
Real hidden people? Are you trying to catch me saying something crazy? Is this entrapment?
Are you okay, Steve? You seem tense.
I'm not tense. Lots of people have trouble sleeping. It doesn't mean anything.
How long have you had trouble sleeping?
Since the eraser factory reopened. Why?
Just asking.
Is Steve the next one to go missing? If you remember, just before Isaac was taken by the hidden people, he was like mumbling about like something, you know, like he was trying to figure something out, and that's exactly what Steve was just doing now.
How's business?
I definitely don't
remember.
remember.
I'm not into tchotchke smuggling anymore, if that's what you're asking.
No, I was just...
You can't prove anything.
Calm down.
Okay. It's that I just can't figure out this problem. Maybe you can help.
Transport the 4 animals across the river in as many trips as you need. Keep in mind the boat's weight limit and prevent the critters from eating each other. While the animals are friendly, left unattended, the bear will eat the wolf. No, not the wolf! The wolf will eat the snake. No, not the... Wait, the wolf will eat the mongoose. No, not the mongoose! The mongoose will eat the snake. No, not the snake! The snake will eat the bear somehow. Somehow. The boat has a weight of 201. Okay, let's do this. Bear bear, wolf, wolf, mongoose, mongoose, snake, snake, bear. That's one hungry snake. Max 102, 101. It's a circle of life. Okay. Okay, let's do that. Wait, what? Oh, the mongoose. Hang on, oh. Okay, the mongoose ate the snake. Okay, so we need to put the snake and the mongoose. Oh no, the bear ate the wolf. Okay. This is hard. Unattended, as in left on one side, I assume, or in the boat together as well. I thought in the boat. That's what I thought. But I don't think the boat. No, that's not the case. Probably in the boat together too. No, it doesn't seem to mind. I thought, oh, I picked up so quick. Hang on. Can these two go across? They can. Okay. Them two can go across. Then the bear. Oh no, the snake ate the bear. Okay, take that back. The mongoose. Oh no, the wolf ate the mongoose. Hang on. What? So I can't bring the bear across, and I can't. And I can't bring. Wait, can I bring this across? I can't remember now. Oh no! The wolf ate the mongoose. This isn't going well at all. Nope. Oh no! The blank ate the blank. I have to bring something back from the right to get something from the left across. Okay, let's bring this. No. Let's bring the snake back. Oh wait, what about this? Okay, we've got everyone across except for the bear. Oh bollocks. What if we bring the snake? Oh no. Hang on a second. Nope. I can't get the snake back now. Okay, the mongoose. Oh my god, this is hard. This is so hard. Maybe even two somethings. Okay, so in this combination, Jordan, do you have a PayPal? I do have a PayPal. In this combination, the wolf eats the mongoose eats the snake. The snake will eat anything. Can't bring the wolf and the mongoose back together, so it has to be the mongoose or the snake Oh, the wolf and the snake. The snake will eat anything, same. Okay. Okay, now I've got the bear across. Yes! I did it! I did it! Yay! Oh, yay! I did it! I did it! I was worried we'd be we'd be there on stream. Same, to be honest. Glory! Wait, her name was Glory, wasn't it?
The foreman's wife, Glory Daphne, is still working at the diner as if nothing's happened. Even though her husband's still missing, and the last time I saw her, she was using a chainsaw to try to drown me under a lake of ice. I still don't know how she's involved, but I'd better make it clear I'm only trying to help if I want to get any information. Mrs. Davner, Glory, I think Isaac must have been involved in something big.
I don't have any idea what you're talking about.
Can we talk to her?
If you've got any information, it's not just a crime to keep quiet. It's preventing me from being able to help find your husband.
I don't know where Isaac is, honest. I'm sorry.
Let's talk to the sheriff.
Hello, Sheriff Bog.
Agent Heathers, what are you doing back in town? We got everything under control, and we don't need the FBI poking its...
Calm down, Sheriff. I'm just here on personal leave.
Well, I keep my eye on tourists just the same as FBI agents.
When I filed my report with the Bureau, I left out the part about you holding me at gunpoint.
Why?
Come on, Tethers. I don't know how you boys do things in Washington, but out here, sometimes a man's gotta do what he's gotta do, even if it means drawing a gun on a fella.
What?
Why would you leave that out?
I hope you've started to take Bjorn's cult seriously. I'm convinced they're behind the disappearance of Isaac Davner.
What? That's crazy. The Brotherhood of
definitely.
Scoggins are valued members of this community. I'm not gonna let them be harassed by anybody, FBI or no.
I've heard that Isaac Davner is only one of the people to go missing around Scoggins. What can you tell me about the other disappearances?
What can I tell you? Nothing. Sure, I got files on all the so-called missing persons, but I don't have to show them to any FBI man, especially one who's not here on official business.
Okay.
I believe the hidden people have something to do with the incident at the factory.
Agent Heathers, please. Just because we don't live in some fancy city doesn't mean you can treat us like gullible yokels.
He knows full well.
You've been just as helpful as always, Sheriff Bog.
Glad to be of service, Agent Heathers. Enjoy your time in our town, and behave yourself.
Agent Heathers.
Ah!
We need to talk. Outside.
Ooh, she actually gonna give us
What did you
useful
need to talk
information?
about, Mrs. Davner?
It's about Isaac. He's not back yet. He's supposed to be back.
Okay. Now you behave yourself. Yes, you tell him.
I warn you, Glory, that attacking an FBI agent with a chainsaw is a federal offense.
Oh, I'm sorry about that. It's just, you were going to stop the Brotherhood. I couldn't let you. Isaac needed to finish his journey.
Why are you worried about Isaac now? You're the one who helped them take him.
You don't understand. It was the only way to save him.
Save him?
Isaac was troubled. The Brotherhood offered us a way to cure him.
Okay. That is a
How are the Brotherhood supposed to cure Isaac?
Some kind of spiritual thing, I guess. Neither of us really understood it, but we were desperate.
Hi, I'm lurking. Our issue is still an issue and I'm so fucking pissed off right now. They pretty much said they'll try to deliver it later. I responded saying, why give a delivery slot if you're not going to deliver it? We'll see if they respond to that. Oh, Ixion, I'm sorry. Parcel Force are the worst. They are the worst! I'm getting so annoyed with them.
Do you have any idea where the hidden people would have taken Isaac?
The hidden people aren't real.
But I saw them taking Isaac away.
It's the Brotherhood. They lied.
Yeah, I could check Discord. Oh, yes. Oh, it's difficult. It's really difficult to do. I find it really difficult to do even simple things on my mobile. Okay, just a sec. Just a second. I'll have to do it. Oh god, don't crash, don't crash, don't crash. Okay. No, it's fine, don't worry. Don't you worry. It's not a problem. Wait. Bop, bop, bam, doo, bop, dibby up, damn, doo, bop, wop, bamboo. Don't you worry, I do enough of that for everyone. Wop, bamboo. Yeah, bop, wop, bam, doo, bop, dibby up, damn, doom, bop, wop, bamboo. Yeah. I don't know why I've got that song on my brain all of a sudden. Bop, whip it up, bam, boom, dop, whip it up, damn, doom, bop, whip it up, bamboo. Yeah, bop, whip it up, bam, boom, bop. Actually, I know why. It's because of Busted. Busted has done a cover of it recently, and Ixion has been listening to it. Mustard with a B? What? What? I'm confused. Mustard with a B? Who did the cover of it? A UK band called Busted. Band called Busted. Ignore that. Mustard with a B. I'm confused. What's this mustard with a B? bop, whip it up, bam, doom, bop, do whip it up, bam, doom, bop, do whip it up, bam, do. Who did a cover? How do you spell it? Busted. I could. Okay, let me quickly just find a link to the cover for Ferret as well. Busted, 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 busted. This one. Oh, thank you, Ixion. Thank you, I appreciate it. Yeah. The what Ixion posted. Am I really pronouncing an R there? Busted? Busted. That's how you pronounce it, busted. Is that wrong? To us you are? Hang on. I'm sorry. What? Probably just your accent, but I definitely heard it too. Sprite equals breakfast of champions. No, I'm sorry. No, don't be sorry, don't be sorry, don't be sorry. I'm just... I've never had to do what you've asked me to do before. So I'm trying to figure out how to do it. I don't. Registering for OnlyFans. Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have to Google how. Of course, I'll support. maybe I need to make one. Oh, thank you, Nix. Home. Why don't I have that? I don't understand why I don't have that. Okay, I guess I have to create it. Okay. I'm really sorry. I'm really sorry. Okay, I think I figured it out. I think I've done it. I'm sorry. I'm really, really sorry. I should not have been as complicated as I made it. I apologize. Because that's what I sent you a screenshot. Oh, it's okay. We can figure it out after stream. Do it after. I'm sorry. Oh no, I'm sorry. I didn't see any of that. I didn't have chat up as I was trying to figure out how to do it. But it's done. It's done. Yay! It's done. Hidden people.
What do you mean when you say the Brotherhood lied?
Bjorn talked about finding peace by communing with forest spirits. I thought it was a... what's the word?
A metaphor?
No, a crock. But we'd try anything. And now Isaac's missing.
Lodge?
In the lodge, I saw a photo of you and Isaac with the rest of the Brotherhood.
They said they could help us. Help Isaac. But they've been taking people. They took Isaac.
No.
It's all my fault.
They took Isaac? Have you told the sheriff?
The sheriff knows. He's working with them.
Oh, poor Glory.
Glory, I'd like to stay and talk, but...
You've got to get the missing person files.
That's actually a good idea.
I'll make sure Sheriff Boggs stays in the diner. Find out anything you can about Isaac.
Aw, she's
I
a
finally
goodie.
got some help, more or less, in finding Isaac Davner. His wife, Glory, believes that the local cult is behind all the missing person cases in Scoggins. I'm going back to the sheriff's office to find out exactly what he's hiding in his files.
Everyone in this town is either working for the Brotherhood.
Oh, Mr. Scruffman.
Or is
You've been
scared
there
of
the
them.
whole time.
Which is why it's so difficult to get to the bottom of what's going off. There was a fun drag show last night. That was super fun. Oh, nice! Nice! I'm glad you had fun last night. There was a fun drag show last night. That was super fun. Alien dance! Between the 5 generators, power all devices using every available power outlet. Generators will evenly split power if used twice. Each device is powered exactly to their power needs. What? Hang on, let's read that again. Between the 5 generators, power all devices using every available outlet. Generators will evenly split power if used. If used twice, each device will be powered exactly to their power needs. Where are the generators? Oh, the generators are at the top. Okay, so these are the generators and these are the devices that need to be powered up. Every generator needs to be used, right? Every outlet has to be used. And these have to be powered up exactly. Oh god, this is going to be a hard one. This is going to be a really, really hard one. Oh no, I'm really bad at these sort of things. Oh, it's not even gonna like tell me either. It's not gonna like give any sort of like feedback as to how much power they're getting. No, can you cancel, please? Can you cancel? Thank you. So that gives 15. Okay, so that gives 15. And then it will give 15 somewhere else. 25. 40. So that's correct. 25 plus 15 is 40. I guess give that 30. And that, so that's now 40. So that needs 5. Wait, hang on. Okay, that's got everything it needs. That's got everything it needs. That's got half of what it needs. And that now has everything it needs. So these are the 15. No. Is that right? I think that might be right. That's got 15, which is correct. It's got 15 plus 25, which is 40, yes. This has 25 plus 15, which is 40, plus a 5 from that, which is 45. This has 15 from that, then 5 from that, and 10 from that. I think this is it. Yay! That looked way harder than I thought it was going to be. Ooh, doing some Photoshop today? Ooh, yeah, that's right. Ooh, that was mad. Turtle! Welcome in. How are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome in. We finished off Puzzle Agent last stream.
MPNYX gifted a tier 1 sub to Turtle Forge. They have given 115 gift subs in the channel.
Yay, Nick! Thank you so much for the gifted sub to Turtle. I really appreciate it. You know, confusion for me. Thanks for the gift sub. Thank you so much, Nick. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. But yeah, I was playing Puzzle Agent last stream. We finished it, and since after the stream, I was looking. I was like, it seems to end on a bit of a cliffhanger, and that's when I discovered that there's a Puzzle Agent 2, which I didn't have. But CD Keys was selling it for 70% off, and it was only £4, even at full price. So I managed to get Puzzle Agent 2 for like £1. So I was like, why not have the sequel as well, so we can actually see the full story. But yeah, welcome in, Turtle. I hope you're doing well. And thank you for the gifted sub, Nick. I really appreciate it. No more thinking Johnny will be doing Photoshop.
That conversation between Glory and me was strictly confidential, you know.
I don't think he's talking to me.
I know you'd like Isaac out of the way, but I'm going to find him.
If you say so.
Still working on that sign, huh?
Suspicious.
Things fall apart.
It just looks like he's smacking it with a spanner. Like, what's he actually doing? It just looks like he's just bashing it with a spanner. I don't think it's actually doing anything. Oh wait, you call them wrenches in the US, don't you? With a wrench. Wait, are spanners and wrenches the same thing? I don't know much. I was looking aside to see what John was working on. Oh, I'm sorry, Turtle. You'll unfortunately not see me streaming Photoshop because I have like no artistic skills whatsoever, unfortunately. I wish I did. I wish I did. If that is what you're calling that wrench, then yes. Yeah, wrenches are called spanners in the UK. I don't think I've mentioned that before. Gum. Why are we here? Wait, what happened there? I don't know why I'm here.
Hi, Mrs. Garrett.
Hello, Agent Tethers. I hope you had a good night.
I did, actually, thanks to a mysterious benefactor.
Oh,
I ask
it's
myself
not
that every day.
mysterious. I'm sure she just, I mean, whoever it was just hated the thought of you being out there in the dark and cold.
Oh, she's actually a sweetheart. Bless her. Why am I here? Spanner is a type of wrench. Oh, is it? Spanner? Hardly know her. Oh, I didn't know that. So maybe spanner isn't the UK word for wrench. I don't know anymore. Conspiracy.
Mrs. Garrett, was anyone pressuring you to keep me from checking in?
What? Oh, no. That business about the vacancies was just, a clerical error. Oh, silly me.
Well, okay.
It's just that some people don't trust outsiders because they see this town as a family. A brotherhood of Scoggins, if you will. But that's no reason to be inhospitable.
She's still clearly like scared of someone. I just watched Fargo last night, don't you know?
Is there anyone else staying in the hotel?
I've never seen Fargo.
To be honest, no. Why do you ask?
Somebody left a strange note under my door last night. Couldn't see who it was.
Oh my, I was at the desk all night and I didn't see or hear anyone come in or out.
I love her, don't you knows? It's a movie where everyone talks like her.
Has anyone in town actually seen the hidden people?
Agent Tethers, that's just crazy talk. The only gnomes in Scoggins are the little wooden ones.
Speaking of that, what happened to your collection
I
from the
love
window?
her accent.
Oh, those? I sold them to that nice man Steve at the diner. Made a tidy profit, too.
I love her accent. That there's something like, I don't know how to explain it. Yeah. Like, I can't imagine someone with that accent being like bad. And I'm sure there are people with that accent that are bad, but I just can't imagine people with that accent being bad. It's just such a cute accent. Sounds like my Canadian relatives. It's like that, it's like, I don't know what accent it is, but it's another American one. I don't know how many people in chat have seen My Little Pony, but Applejack from My Little Pony, her accent, I love that accent as well. And again, that's an accent where like, anytime I hear it, it just gives me like homely, wholesome vibes. And I just can't imagine anyone with that accent being bad. But I don't actually know what accent it is. I just know it's an American one. Yeah, the Minnesota accent is similar to a Canadian one. Hidden people.
Nobody's ever mentioned actually seeing one of the hidden people?
Oh, Agent Tethers, they're just stories people tell to make the long winters more interesting. Nobody really believes in that. Except that poor Bo Murphy, I guess. And Steve, over at the diner. Oh, and the Brotherhood, of course.
Applejack is a southern accent. It's just so like every time I hear it, I think of like apple pie and just like warm, like wholesomeness. Southern accents are usually the opposite of good and wholesome people. Oh, really? Oh. That's someone who lives in South Carolina? South California? I can say that. Oh, was I right before? South Carolina. Sometimes the ones that act the nicest are the absolute worst. South Carolina. Aww. Oh, I'm so disappointed. Sorry, South Carolina, yeah. Aw, I'm really disappointed. I think it's because the first time I ever really heard the accent. Well, I've heard it in The Simpsons. But the first time I really heard it and like noticed it was My Little Pony and Applejack. And everyone her entire family. And so every time I hear the accent, I immediately think of like her and My Little Pony. I think that's probably what it is. I think it's like association. I associate the accent with My Little Pony. Sorry, South Carolina. Yeah, summer sweethearts. But I've had enough insane and racist stuff come out of mouths like that to not find it cute anymore. Oh, my illusions have been shattered. Oh.
Have you seen Bo Murphy? The last time I saw him, he was in the alley talking to someone. I was hoping to ask him some questions about it.
Bo Murphy? Well, I haven't seen him in... Oh my, how long has it been since I've seen him?
I guess.
Must have been around the time you were here last.
That's been quite some time.
Mumbled something about going into the woods to finish a conversation. Haven't seen him since.
I guess I guess what it all boils down to is that no accent is truly like wholesome. It all boils down to like the person, you know. I've heard enough. Oh yeah, but yeah, usually the Minnesota northern folk are sweetie pies. Oh.
Did you file a missing persons report with the sheriff for Bo Murphy?
Oh my, no. I didn't even realize he was gone until you mentioned it. Bo was always a little unusual, even before he started talking about the whispers. I'm sure he'll be back before you know it.
Us Southerners are just angry from us living in humid, mosquito-filled swamps.
I'm actually kind of curious about that hot dish I've been hearing about.
Oh, sorry, Agent Tethers. We really are out of the hot dish for real, I'm afraid. It's been a bad winter for moose meat, and the man who usually delivers the cilantro has gone mysteriously missing.
And all the repression from extreme religious rule. Is it really that bad down there?
So long, Mrs. Garrett.
You stay safe out there.
Okay. I guess I'm going to the woods. I think it has to go out that way to avoid people seeing him go inside the hotel. I think that's why he's doing that. Southeast US is known as the Bible Belt. Ooh. The Starbucks of the South. There's a church at the end of my street. There's a church at the end of my street too! Funnily enough. Come. There's one at the end of the street in the other direction. There isn't another one that close to us. Although we do live like very close to a cemetery, which I try not to think about because it creeps me out if I think about it too much. There's a church around the corner from us and a small mega church down the road from that. What's a mega church? Meanwhile, as a kid, there were 3 bars within a block of my house. The place that I lived at growing up, the closest church was quite a way away. In fact, the closest church was the one that's at the bottom of my road now. Thinking about it, which is a weird to think about. And then one in between those two, and it's not even that long of a road. Mega churches are basically sports stadium size, but churches. Really? Mega churches are the worst. Really big, expensive waste of money. With biggest followers extracting as much money out of their followers as they can. I have never seen one of those. I don't know if we have them in the UK. Every church that I've ever seen in the UK has been like fairly small. We have cathedrals. We have cathedrals which are quite big. Right, Sheriff Station. Maybe this is where I was meant to go before, actually. I think this is where I was meant to go, actually. I'm only like half paying attention to the story at this point.
The station is locked tight. It looks like the sheriff's interest in puzzles extends to office security.
They are places that would make wonderful shelters during natural disaster if they didn't turn everyone away in times of crisis. What? You're kidding, really? You'd have thought churches would be the first place that would offer a place for people who are in crisis, a shelter, to a place of shelter. There's nothing here, no there. Girl, I feel like poopy tea. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. I hope you feel better soon. Drink lots of liquids. Eat greasy food. Apparently greasy food can help, like McDonald's or whatever the US equivalent of a Greggs is. With one cut, remove all the obstructions to break down the sheriff's door. Oh, we've done this before. Okay. I think that might be it. Cuts that one. 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 Oh, there's this big long one on the left that it's not cutting. Oh, there's a tiny one up here as well. Wait, that tiny one? That means it has to start from up here. Wait. Is this even possible? One cut that cuts them all. But this Diddy one up here means that it has to be like is this even possible? Wait, let's have another look. With one cut, remove all the options to break down the oh. Well, the story, don't visit South Carolina. I'll keep that in mind. Speaking of this topic, I watched a good documentary on Scientology. Ooh, is it new? I love documentaries. Grab Spanner. Buffalo chicken. Sub? Oh, sub! Oh, is that your equivalent of a Greggs? Is that the equivalent of a Greggs in the US? A buffalo chicken sub? Top left notch to the bottom second notch. This one. But it doesn't cut this one though. Am I crazy, or is this one like actually impossible? Like, I don't know how this is possible. Top left to bottom most right notch. But that misses this one. Bottom right to top left. Top left to bottom most right. I don't think you need to cut the chains there right around the boards. One left on bottom then. Oh! Oh, you're right! That this one is just wrapped around that board, and this one is just wrapped around that board. This one is just wrapped around that board. So the only chains that are a problem are this one, and this one. There are two nice breakable windows on either side. That's the real answer. Yeah. Top left to bottom second left. This one. Okay. The only one that one is missing is this one. But logic would state that cutting this one isn't necessary. So let's do it. Wait, our first guess was right. I think it may have been. Let's do it. Let's go for it. Yes! Yes! Yay! We did it! Thank you!
Aha! Now to find those missing persons files.
Okay, missing persons files. Is that gum? Oh no. it's a bit of dust on my monitor. Never mind. Well, that's embarrassing. Help Delson get to the other side of the room unseen. Drag the office furniture around to block the light sources and create a safe path for Nelson to walk through. But there's nobody outside. Okay. So we've got to like block the windows. I can't. How do I? Wait, what? How do I drag? Wait, what? I can only drag the couch. Oh, I can only drag the couches from the looks of it. Plant down, chair up, easy. Plant can't move. It looks like the plant and the TV can't move. It's only the three couches. Or sofas. Or settees. Or whatever you want to call them. I love that I can hear this message. Don't you know? That's the way I like it. Chair up. Oh, what about this? No. What about that? Let's just climb over the couch. How about this? Yes! Oh no, wait. Yes! This is it. Yay! This is it! Yes, yes. That was easier than I was expecting it to be. Yesy! Easy! Be careful with those couches. We did it! Although surely the sheriff is gonna notice something's wrong when he comes home, when he comes back and like all the couches have been moved around.
Hello, Agent Tethers.
Uh-oh.
Cripes! Sheriff Bob!
Cripes!
How long have you been standing?
Randall Scruffman told me you might be paying my office a visit.
I'm sorry, it's just, I really needed to see how bad this missing person problem is.
Everything I got about missing people is in those files.
Thanks.
Cripes! Interior design with Jordan, Friday mornings on Twitch. Okay, let's
With
do
all
it then.
due respect, Sheriff, these files aren't exactly comprehensive. There are no dates.
What's in the files is everything I got, Tethers.
Thanks, spell check, for whatever Dine is. Dine. Discover the secret message by placing the names of Scoggins' missing residents in the order they disappeared, starting for the first to go missing. Wait, is this the puzzle that we accidentally skipped? Is it coming back now? Note of the missing person is Scoggins. Isaac was the last to be kidnapped before Daryl, who was kidnapped last. Haldor and Will were kidnapped before Ted. Ted was not kidnapped fourth. Ted was not kidnapped first. Wonder if it wasn't supposed to pop up earlier. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. That would explain it. That would explain why it skipped and why it looked like impossible. Okay, so Daryl last, Isaac second last, Daryl last, Isaac second last. Ted was not kidnapped fourth. Haldor and Will were kidnapped before Ted. Will was not kidnapped first. Turtle first. I win. Okay, so Ted first. Will second. Nix is really good at these sort of things. Ted third. Oh, Ted third. Ted third. Barney and Holdor. Kidnapped before Ted. Will was not first. So Holdor's first. Barney's fourth. Okay, are we okay with this? Barney Stroustrup. Interesting. I wonder if that's a reference to Bjorn Stroustrup, the inventor of C++ programming language. Maybe. I've definitely not pronounced his name right though. Submit! Yay! Oh my god, Nix, you're a genius! How did you figure that out so quick? Stroestrup, I think. I don't speak Dutch. It gave you everything. Or it could be a reference to the purple dinosaur. Logic puzzles always do. Barney the purple dinosaur. I haven't thought about him in ages. Oh, I had to... The amount of times I had to watch Barney when I was like... in my teenagers because my little brother used to love him. Oh, I love you, you love me, we're best friends like friends should be.
Aha!
Or something like that. I can't remember the song now.
Teeter-daughter.
Teeter-daughter.
Did you say teeter-daughter?
Maybe?
That's probably Melkorka teeter-daughter. And she's a strange one. Keeps to herself. Nobody in town really knows her.
Is she one of the missing people?
Missing? Nah, I can't say anyone would miss her. She lives in the old Teeterson house over on the west side of town, near Valda's Inn.
Then I'd better find out what she knows about all these disappearances.
Put my furniture back in order and fix the lock on your way out, Tethers.
I love you, you love me, we're best friends as friends should be. We're the great British are gonna kiss from me to you. Oh my gosh, I need a poo. I don't know the rest of the words. Okay, so where am I going now? Where am I going now? Oh, Corker's house. Lunchtime! Yay! You're having a buffalo chicken sandwich, a buffalo chicken sub. I hope you enjoy it. Bye bye, ladies. Bye bye, ladies. Right, let's get into the house.
Assuming Sheriff Bog wasn't sending me on another wild goose chase, I've arrived at the house of the mysterious Melkorka. I'm still not sure how she ties into the disappearances, but she's the only lead I've got. According to the sheriff's description, she sounds like a recluse, probably the town's resident gossipy spinster.
Good evening, Agent Tethers. I see you found my note. Quickly, come inside before they see us.
I see you're a puzzle fan, Miss Teeter-daughter?
I dabble. Keeps the brain sharp. And my friends call me Korka. I would hope you're a friend, Agent Tethers.
Are they board
Can I
games in
get
the
you a
back?
drink or a crossword?
Pictionary, Sleuth. Oh, is that Cluedo?
Just the facts, ma'am.
So we've got Pictionary, Cluedo, Babble. Oh, is that Scrabble and Phonopoly? What says that's Monopoly? Mr. Sub. Where are you getting your subs from? Ferret. I find most of my subs on Craigslist. Oh my god, I love Mr. Sub.
Is this the latest from Hanji Monosaki?
Rated 4 dragons, they said. Monosaki-sensei's lost his edge.
I thought it was kind of tricky. You mentioned a note. Are you the one who slipped a note with a puzzle under my door?
Forgive the theatrics, Agent Heathers. I knew your reputation, but I had to be sure you had what it takes.
So is Mr. Sub like Subways? That's my guess. The Sub Maker was better than Mrs. Sub, but Mrs. Sub is definitely top tier, second best. Can't hear Jordan because Dave is hoovering.
Your
I'm sorry,
puzzle had a list of
vacuuming.
all the missing people in Scoggins for over a decade.
I've been keeping track. Somebody has to.
There's a name I didn't recognize. Halder Magnuson.
Halldór. He was my partner.
Business partner?
8 years ago, he went into the woods. Never came back.
Is he just noticing a lot more talking
What
in
does
this
this
game
mean?
than the previous
Isaac
one?
Davner does not exist.
Finally, you're asking the right questions.
What's happening?
Test pilot Ed Davis? But that's Isaac Davner.
And look at the date of that article.
16 years ago. And that's
What?
just a few weeks before the date of the first missing persons case.
What?
Exactly.
What? What? You never got into the woods. Oh, okay. Bye bye later. Bye bye, ladies, even. Bye bye later. Ferret, I need to find my spanners so I can fix my Hoover later. Bye bye later.
How are the hidden people tied into all this?
Seriously, Agent Heathers? Maybe I misjudged you. Are you here to investigate a crime? Or to chase after forest gnomes, like those gullible fools in the Brotherhood cult?
None of this explains how Bjorn and his Brotherhood cult is involved.
Think clearly, Nelson. That lodge has been a part of the town for decades. The disappearances started only 16 years ago. There is only one explanation. Ed Davis, your Isaac Davner, is a serial murderer.
But the hidden people! I saw them take Isaac away.
Smokescreen. Davner disappeared just as you were getting too close. You're the only one who can find him and stop him.
Wait, so Isaac is a murderer? And this whole
I don't
him
know
getting
what to
abducted was
think.
a
I need some gum.
cover?
Let me see your map. I have marked approximately where in the woods Halldór disappeared. Once the FBI showed up, Ed Davis ran back into hiding.
But
You want to find Isaac Davner? Head back to the scene of his crimes.
all right, I'll do it. Someone has got to investigate.
Come back whenever you find something, Nelson. I'll be up. I can stay up all night.
Well then.
Well then. I think she likes him. Anyone named Isaac is not to be trusted. This is known. When he hits you with that bye bye later. Bye bye later. Okay, back to the woods we go then. It's a lot of board gameplay.
I've arrived at the point Korka marked on my map. No signs yet of anyone here.
Okay. She must be so disappointed. I can only last 3 to 5 minutes tops before I'm just gamed out. she's expecting you to last all night.
That's Edvard, one of the members of the Brotherhood cult. Got to find out what he's...
Oh my god. The only time he's ever had a problem with it just happened to be then. Help Nelson navigate a path through the woods to Edvard by arranging sections of the forest. Like, just arrange the forest. Make sure there's a complete path from Nelson to Edvard. All pieces must be placed when submitting. What? Also gotta like create. We've got to like create a maze. Ooh, this is interesting. Okay. Well, that doesn't work. I can already tell, because it's just a dead end there. What about that? No, that doesn't work either. That? Nope. That? Ooh, that could work maybe. What an amazing puzzle. No, that doesn't work. Well, that can't be at the bottom, because that instantly Okay. Yeah, I cannot see. Top middle is wrong. Yeah, I can't see a way to get to this while that's at the top. So let's try this instead. So this is complicated. This is really, really complicated. Oh wait, is this it? Oh, so close! I thought I got it then. Oh yeah, I really thought I got it then. No, wait. No, that's definitely not it. Autograph starts at $50. Top right, this one. Oh, excuse me. Oh, I'm sorry, excuse me. Switch them. Switch. Bottom, middle, and top. Right, okay. These two. So where does that take me? That's a dead end. That's also a dead end. I need one that... How about this one? No. Switch top left and bottom right. These were wrong. That's wrong. Sorry, the original bottom right. Switch to left two, these two. Oh, wait! I think you've got it, Nix! Yes! Yes! Double check. Yes! This is it. This is right. Yay! Woo! Maze Runner! Have you seen the Maze Runner movies? I really like them. Yay! Run! Run! Uh-oh.
Edvard gave me the slip. And now I have no idea where I am. I'll have to find my way back to...
What is that? Hermes 2nd? Hermes 2?
I found... I can't believe it, but... I found the body of an astronaut. I don't want to, but I've got to see.
No! I don't want to look at this. I don't want to look at this. Maybe it's just a suit. Maybe it's just a suit. What?
Nelson, I didn't hear you come in.
Why are we here? This game's like unhinged. Ah!
I went to the spot you marked in the woods.
What a troll.
Did you find that, Davis?
More than that.
I found an astronaut.
I found the body of an astronaut.
An astronaut.
Like in my dreams, but real.
As real as the hidden people?
Why wouldn't he believe me?
I saw one of Bjorn's cult members out there, probably covering up the scene of the crime.
Why now?
Bjorn must have seen us talking, or the sheriff. It's a conspiracy.
Conspiracy?
The hidden people. The
asked.
forest is full of them. Staring, whispering.
You've been in Scoggins too long. You're chasing shadows.
I don't think she believes me.
You don't believe me?
No.
The hidden people, the Brotherhood, the astronaut. It's all connected.
Maybe you have uncovered something. Where did you see this astronaut?
It was... I don't know. I got turned around, but I know I saw it.
If you did see something, there's nothing you can do tonight.
You're right. I'll check it out tomorrow. Good night.
Oh no, there were some puzzles in her room. Oh, I wanted to do them. I accidentally clicked on her though by mistake as I was searching around. Oh. Never mind. I don't think I trust her. No, I'm not sure either. I don't trust anybody in this game other than Nelson and Martha. I trust Martha.
A night's rest is exactly what I needed to clear my head.
I think I trust Glory.
Even in daylight, I'd never be able to find that astronaut on my own. But I can pay a visit to the lodge to find out what the Brotherhood was doing in the forest.
There was. I'll see if I can go back and pick it up. Right, let's pick up this gum. Get on here. Let's go back to Corker's house. Oh, the gum is missing. The gum was there when we left though. And we never had a chance, I never had a chance to pick it up. Well, at least we could do those puzzles while we're here, maybe. Yeah, there's a puzzle here.
This town really is full of puzzles.
What are the next 2 digits in this sequence? Oh god. Oh god. Oh, why did I come back? Why did I come back? 31, 49, 59, 26. 11. Really? Or is that just a guess? Okay, let's try it. Queen thinks he's got the answer. No! The answer is a part of a really big number? What? Don't you know the only person we can trust is Martha? I was in the kitchen when I wanted to say that. I'm really not good at these sequence puzzles. 31, 41, 59, 26. 31. Okay, sorry, what are we doing now? Got to try and figure out the next number in this sequence, but it's impossible. Oh! Ferret! Aww. I thought Ferret was gonna save me. 31. Is this pi? I don't know. It is pi. What's the next digits of pi? 4.1 4.1415925 3.145 925 3.1415926. This is literally all the digits of pi I know. Jeepers. Nick thinks it's 5. Queen thinks it's 53. 53. Google gave me 3.141592653559. Okay, let's do it. Submit. Yay! Woohoo! I want to say we did it, but let's be honest, I didn't do anything. You did it, Queen, and Ferret, and Nyx. Thank you.
Wow, that was interesting, but I figured it out.
If I ever say 11, it's probably just me taking a piss. Oh, okay. There was another puzzle in here. There it is.
There's a puzzle here.
There's a puzzle here. The first box is a penny. The second box is a dime. And the third box is a penny and a dime. What coin goes in the... Oh no, this is a sequence one. I don't know. I don't know American money. What's this? $0.25? What is that? That's a dime? What's that? What is that? Is that a dime too? What? Do the big shiny one, easy. Really? This one? No, that's a nickel. Penny, nickel, dime, $0.25. So is this $1? Is that a dollar coin? That's a loony. I don't get what the point is. You're a loony? I'm a loony? I don't understand. Dollar coin is called loony in Canada. Oh, okay. I didn't know you had dollar coins. I thought dollars were all paper money. Because it has a picture of a loon bird. I honestly had no idea you had dollar coins in the US. Dollar coins aren't super common, but they are a thing. We have toonies as well. What are toonies? Okay, so a penny is like 1 cent, right? So a nickel is... I don't know. I don't know. A dime? Well, this is obviously like 25 cents if it's $0.25. The US dollar coins kind of died. I think the big shiny one needs to be it, otherwise it's a waste. Canada has $1 and $2 coins, loonies and toonies. Oh, just like we do. We have £1 coins and £2 coins. We also have £5 coins as well, but they're very rare, like super ultra rare. 1, 5, 10, 25, 100. Oh, okay. So that's 1 cent, 5 cents, 10 cents, 25 cents, and $1. So the boxes are 0.01, 0.10. So the next one is the dollar. Oh, holy shit. I was right by accident. Yay! So basically, even if Nyx just guesses She's right.
Another puzzle solved.
Yay, another puzzle solved. Okay, we've done all the puzzles here. What have we learned today? Nyx is always right. Never question Nyx. That is what we have learned today. Okay, so are we going back to the... Where are we going back? Are we going back to the lodge, maybe? Oh, the music is getting all creepy.
No, isn't right. No, this isn't right.
Nelson Tethers, FBI Puzzle Research. I have some questions.
No, they are incorrect.
Gum! Any other gum? No.
Enough's enough, Bjorn. I demand that you answer my questions.
Angry whispers. Brotherhood is broken. No. Can't do this, small man.
He's not being evasive. He's gone insane.
Help Nelson regain Bjorn's sanity by shining the light of reason to the core of his brain. Oh, we did something very similar to this in the previous game. Avoid the green synapses at all costs. Arrange the mirrors so the light of reason hits all L-shaped pieces of sanity before finally reaching the blue core of Bjorn's brain. Light entering a piece of sanity will redirect the light by go degrees. Will redirect the light. Light entering a piece of sanity will redirect the light by 90 90 degrees. Freaking go degrees. What the hell is wrong with me? Can you shine through that reason light over here for me too, please? I need it. What time we're eating? When I finished my stream, Ixion. I'm hoping I'll be able to finish this game in this stream. It's a very short game, so it shouldn't take long. Okay, so the light has to go through every L shape without hitting a green thing and then end on a blue thing. Maybe if I up there and then wait, no, and down, then and boop 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 boop. Oh, the problem is that works, but I think I need to put all of the mirrors down. Mirrors so the lights of mirrors so the light outside hits all L-shaped pieces. Now maybe I don't need to use them all. Oh no, that's wrong. No wait, that's right. Sorry. Okay, that's right. Are you hungry, Ixion? I mean, I could, if you are like really hungry, I could end early. Let's submit this. I think this is right. I was about to make a Dave Burger joke, but I thought, wait, what if Nick thinks I'm talking about her, Dave? We already covered the Dave of it all. Yeah. I can't wait to eat Dave.
Thank you, Agent Tethers.
You're going to have to explain what's going on.
I will try.
I know you're behind all of the missing person cases in Scoggins.
No, that's not true.
Then why did I see your man Edvard in the woods last night?
He was searching for Shielder.
The other cult member of the Brotherhood?
Yeah, he went to commune with the hidden people, never returned. Now he is lost.
Why were you trying to keep me from finding Isaac Davner?
He was chosen. The hidden people whispered to him. He had to listen.
Where is he now?
He is lost, like the others. The hidden people are angered.
How do you talk to the hidden people?
I do not. They choose. I have never seen them.
Be right back. Stream ends. Love you all. British hugs. British hugs! Love you, Queen.
Well, if you're not behind the disappearances, who is?
I do not know.
I really want a Dave.
You must find them, Agent Tethers. Bring them home. All of them. Shielder, Edvard, Isaac, Olaf.
I'll do what I can.
Okay.
Who's Olaf?
Olaf Velhaven. The first man lost to the forest many years ago.
Where was he seen last?
In his cabin in Sesame Woods.
Bjorn insists the Brotherhood isn't behind the disappearances. For some reason, I believe him. I'm relieved they're not trying to kill me, but that only leaves me with one theory. Isaac Davner really is a serial murderer. Bjorn's pointed out the cabin of Olaf Velhaven on my map. Maybe I'll find some leads there.
Interesting. Very interesting. Is there any gum? I don't see any gum. No. Olaf's cabin. Let's go. Oh god, it's not gonna be one of those, is it? Nelson needs to get into Olaf's cabin, but the door is sealed. With only one cut, sever all the barricades on Olaf's door. Oh my god, this game really loves these puzzles. Right. Cuts that one. It cuts that one. It cuts that one. It just about cuts that one. Cuts that one. It cuts that one. Yeah, hey, that's right. Yeah, that's how that covers it all. Yeah. Wow. that was surprisingly easy. Yes. Oh my god. That was so easy. I thought that was gonna be so. I thought that was gonna be really difficult as well. Woohoo!
The lock on Olaf's cabin was a little tricky.
It wasn't.
Who or what was he
it
trying
really
to keep
wasn't
out?
tricky at all.
That was a little tricky.
The cabin seems untouched. I must be the first person here in years. Apparently, Olav Velhaven had an interest in astronomy. There's got to be something in his journals or equipment that gives a clue to his disappearance.
In the filing cabinet?
How could one man possibly need this many socks?
Oh, they're socks. I thought they were like papers or something.
This is odd.
Is this a filing
Why would an astronomer be studying psychology?
Move the celestial bodies to their proper position in the cosmos. The large asteroid is in the way, but can end up anywhere. What? Let's have a look. Okay. Wait. Move the celestial bodies in their proper positions in the cosmos. The large asteroid is in the way, but can end up anywhere. Celestial bodies? Okay. Oh, so the moon... Okay, so the moon is meant to be here. The Earth has to be here and the sun has to be there. Okay. Okay. Can we... I can't... Okay, I can. Let's move that there. Can we... No. Okay, now it's stuck. Can this move down? No. Can this move out this way? No. Can this... This rock's in the way! Okay. This needs to... I need to get this... Back! Welcome back, Queen! I need to... I need to get this done. Past the Earth. How do I... Wait. Okay. Move that right out of the way. Okay, here we go. Yes, here we go. Sun's in the right place. Yes, here we go. Submit! Yay! Celebration times, come
That's
on!
it. But what does this have to do with his other research?
Other research? Oh wow, there are a lot of puzzles
I wonder if
here.
Olav moved to the wilderness to better see the stars.
Click the center of the circles to rotate them. Arrange the objects that the suns are on the left, the earths are on the right, and the moons are where the circles overlap. What? Oh no! Oh no! Oh, I'm terrible at these kind of puzzles. Oh god. Oh no. How do I... How do I get... Yeah, how do I get the... How do I do that though? That's the question. I need to like somehow like... I don't... No, don't take the Earths. Now you're in the same spot. How do I get those two suns onto the into the left without messing up? I did it! I did it! Yay! Oh my god! Woohoo! Yay!
Aha! But why would an astronomer come to Scoggins to do his research?
Okay, there's one last puzzle. Piano? I think it's a piano anyway.
This looks like some
no, it's
kind
not.
of mathematical
I
formula.
thought it was a piano. Can you figure out the algorithm Olaf created? Arrange the mathematical elements in proper order. What the fuck is this?
It's no good. There's just not enough information here to solve this one yet.
Good. Okay, good. Even Nelson's like, nope, this is impossible.
It's focused on the moon, just like Olav was. Looks like Olav was a fan of Galileo. Olav seems to have been particularly interested in lunar eclipses.
Wait, that was a puzzle? Each moon emits a total of 10 lunacy watts. Lunacy watts? Is that a thing? The wattage is evenly distributed to each lunar ray the moon emits. How many lunacy watts are received by the Earth? Lunacy watts. Wait, hang on. Each moon emits a total of 10 lunacy watts. The wattage is evenly distributed to each lunar ray the moon emits. How many lunacy watts are received by the Earth? Okay, so 5 10 15 no 20 20 Yay! That's easier than the other was. That was a really easy one.
Olaf
That was a
Velhaven kept
very
a
easy
record
one.
of the time and date of every penumbral eclipse for years. Why was he so interested in lunar eclipses?
I don't know. Okay. Like an old, like, tape player?
And a cucumber sandwich. Also, I've reached a remarkable breakthrough.
A cucumber
Direct
sandwich.
link between the phases of the moon and the disorders of the human mind. But seriously about that sandwich. Yes, it's so simple. All of the moon's complex energies, electrical energy, in the brain of the lunatic, all interrelated, and all reduced to one beautiful, elegant formula. Thank you, all of you. A song in celebration. La 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 la. Received the letter today. Imagine, the greatest finding in the history of astral psychology, and they claim my research has no scientific merit. But their loss. If NASA ignores my work, perhaps a private investor.
NASA? If Olaf Velhaven's journal is to be believed, he made an incredible discovery. He's mathematically solved lunacy. What could be causing this headache? Never mind. I've got to get back to Korka's and tell her what I've discovered.
He solved lunacy? Gum. Gum. House.
Korka, I was right. This is big.
Nelson? Did you find something at the lodge?
It's much bigger than the cult. Bjorn led me to a cabin in the woods where a scientist was investigating something to do with space.
Really?
I think it's part of some government cover-up.
Ooh, a cover-up?
Hidden recordings. He'd found something out there.
Yes, yes.
But after he reported it, he disappeared. And they tried to take me off the case. This could go all the way to the top. The CIA, the NSA, the Trilateral Commission.
Oh my.
Now I've got proof. I was starting to think I was losing my mind, that no one believed me.
I believe you, Nelson. I think you're ready to see this.
Oh, I don't know if I trust her. I don't know if I trust her. Look at his face. Solve lunacy? I think he was a lunatic. Yeah.
Huh?
Good men like Halldór got too close. They started to find out too much. NSA and the Freemasons had to take them. Shut them up! You can hear it if you know how to listen. CIA curiosity suppression rays. Sounds like whispers in the forest.
But the astronaut.
Astronauts? Charlatans. Don't be so naive, Nelson. Everybody knows Kennedy faked the space race to distract the world from the real breakthrough. The Kitimat incident. The first viable Bigfoot-human hybrid.
What the fuck?
Well, I gotta go. Not sure what to believe anymore. Could I be going as crazy as Korka? Maybe these hidden people really are just a product of my imagination. The only sane person I've spoken to is Dr. Verstecht at the campground.
Hey, what about
Maybe I should
Martha?
talk to him.
Oh, poor Martha! Okay, going back to the campgrounds then. Okay.
Dr. Verstecht?
Alfred, how can I help you, Agent Tethers?
Have you ever met a local scientist named Olav Velhaven?
Once, many years ago. Strange man. Completely obsessed with some mathematical formula to cure psychological disorders.
I think he may have found that formula.
Did he? Well, good for him.
You've been in these woods for a while. Have you ever seen any astronauts?
No, but I have seen the occasional scuba diver stuck in the treetops.
Really?
Of course not. That's an urban legend.
What would you say if someone believed he'd actually seen the hidden people?
I'd say that believing in the hidden people is absolutely crazy. But then, everything we believe in is crazy, from mathematics to democracy.
So, the hidden people don't exist?
Well, I never said that. The hidden people most definitely exist.
Huh?
There have been appearances for years, all around town. It's almost as if they're trying to get somewhere, but they're being blocked. I've been able to pinpoint scattered locations of sightings, but I can't find a pattern to them. Here, take a look.
Arrange the photos in chronological order. What is this? What? Wait, so the hidden people came from the moon? Or they want to go to the moon? Chronological order? I have no idea. I mean... Oh no, wait. Could that be right? It's either that, which implies that they're coming from the moon, or the reverse of that, which implies that they are going to the moon. Or once they go to the moon. Came from the moon then.
Impressive.
But I still don't see... Wait a second. This is a list of the dates of penumbral eclipses.
Each one corresponds exactly to the emergences of the hidden people. Amazing. Give me a moment.
Look at his face.
Well, just random appearances before, but now that I have a sequence, I can triangulate the exact position of the hidden people's home. We have to go, right away.
Now?
Right now, while the moon lights our way. Off we go.
Look at his face!
nearby, Agent Tethers. We just have to follow the map. Do you hear that?
Hear what? Alfred? Where did you go?
Oh, it's too funny. I got a second. I got a second. I got it's only worth it, I promise. Hang on. Just a moment. Bear with me. Just a moment. Just a moment. Look at his face. I don't know why, but oh my god, he's too good. Oh my god. Oh my god. Hang on. How much longer do you think it will take to finish? As we'll be up to 40-minute delivery time at the moment, and I'm really hungry, especially with not being able to go out for food earlier. Oh, no, I'm sorry, Ixion. Parcel First has really freaking screwed us over with that. I wish I knew how far I was to the end. I wish I knew how far I was. I'm not sure. No, me neither. And I don't know how it can end now, and we'll pick up on Monday. Could do. Could do. Don't want Ixion to starve. No, definitely not. Don't mind us cutting. Okay. Okay, I'll leave it there then. I really able to enjoy today as much as I would have liked because of my poor choices last night. Oh, I'm sorry, Queen. I'm really sorry. Let me just check where it loads. Yeah, it loads there. Okay, yeah, we'll end it there. I am getting hungry as well. And yeah, I don't want Ixion starving. And I am really looking forward to food today. So Thank you everyone so much for popping out to the stream. I really, really, really appreciate it. I'll try to finish this off next time. I hope everybody has an amazing weekend. Hope you'll have an amazing Friday, rest of your Friday. And I'll see everyone on Monday. Bye!